It says, why do you bum Molly May so much?
And smash.
Yo, it's CSB from Shutdown.
I'm Mikey from Flex TV. Shit, I'm on this one here,
Are we on this?
We're on this one,
right,
yeah. I thought VJ was... No, it's okay, we'll keep going. Yeah. It's our first episode. Obviously, something's going to happen wrong. All right, V, can we get middle camera on moving about on us? And with that being said... With that being said, it's VJ from Flex TV on camera 3. No, camera 2, we'll call camera 2. Hi, VJ.
Yes, lad.
And yeah, we are in the Flex...
Where are we?
We're in the Flex HQ in Darwin. And me and Chris have gone for a collaboration on this podcast. We're doing episode 1. And our first guest is...
Move my body.
It's our Daniel.
Hey up.
Hey up, cock.
How's it going?
Yeah, all good, all good, all good.
Is this your first time in Darwin?
No, I've DJ'd here once before.
Bugger off. Where?
I know where.
Where? For you?
Level 1.
Level 1. What was the event?
Danny T presents.
Was it? What's so giggly? Something happened that I don't know of.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know the story.
Is it a story?
Is it?
Already? Let's go have it to a story then.
There's always
Right,
a
let's do it.
story. So I had another show before this one. It was at Level 1 Live, which is like a live venue, but they also own a nightclub venue as well.
Yeah. Leon.
Yeah. The nicest guy in the industry.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah?
I don't.
He's all right.
He is to me. So I arrived there. No, but this is before I arrived there. I had another gig before. I can't remember where. And we were on the way, and the promoter, I think it was his first ever event, messaged me saying, I need you to get here in like 10 minutes and start. I was like, I'm 2 hours away. Like, we've already agreed to set time. He's like, but people are already starting to leave. I was like, right, okay. As I got there, the guy who owns it, obviously Leon, was like, promoter's done one, mate. The promoter's gone. Don't know where the hell he'd gone. Got there, he goes, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll close this and you can play over the road at the nightclub anyway. I was like, all right, okay, this is like really weird. But yeah, let's just go and do it. So they had this controller, which I couldn't even plug my USB sticks in.
Right.
So they had to go back to the other venue to get the decks, to bring them back to this club, which now closed in like 40 minutes or something like that, because it was already 2:30, 3 o'clock or something in the morning. Hooked all the decks up. The music had to go off for the decks to be plugged in. Then I had to start. It was just... Because it wasn't all organised, because we'd just done it last minute, it was just like the music went off about 5 times, the speakers blew up, like it was just a disaster.
So, and this was at level 1, the normal one, not the nightclub.
Yeah.
V, have you heard of this event that where it happened?
No, I didn't know
I've not. How long ago was this?
Oh, a while ago.
Oh, a long time, yeah. 3 or 4 years ago.
Right.
It was before you were doing Shutdown mainly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was quite a while ago. So there's a question that probably everyone wants to know, like why Danny T? What's the reason for Danny T?
His name?
What, my name?
Yeah, like why Danny T? Like some people won't know. I know why it is, but some people won't know.
Because it's my name.
Yeah, but your name's not Danny T.
Do you know what?
Is it not?
This is.
Wait there, your second name doesn't begin with T?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, but it's not T. He's not Daniel T.
But you're not CSB.
Yeah, but that's a different thing. No, it's talking about something else. This is a different thing. I'm on about like why Danny T, as in like people don't know why you're called Danny T.
So my full name's Daniel Taylor.
Right, we got there.
Right.
Thank you.
But I was always known and called Danny.
Yeah.
Until I got with my missus, who's the only person in the UK, well, the world, that calls me Daniel, apart from
Not
my
even
parents.
your mum?
Parents when I'm in trouble.
Daniel.
So yeah, it was always Danny Taylor. Like in school, it was Danny Taylor because there's obviously a lot of Dannys. And then I needed a DJ name, so I created just Danny T. It was easy. It was what it was. Went to go do my first season in Malia. Got there, I was like, yeah, Danny T. Yeah, have you got any DJ work here? They were like, What? Our DJ is called Danny T. What do you mean? Our DJ here is called Danny T. I was like, what? Yeah. Our DJ. Anyway, there was already a Danny T that existed there, so I changed my DJ name on the spot because I didn't want to piss anybody off to DJ T, and I just didn't like it, so I just decided to be Danny T2, and then
having Danny T is a good marketing strategy.
Yeah, that was just the jingle just kind of happened. It was random how it happened. We were just in the studio. We were recording some vocals, like 4 jingles. And I was just like, just say it's Danny T, first jingle. She recorded it. I was like, we don't need to record anything else. It's done now.
Played a huge part in where your brand as Danny T has gone to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, it was
100%.
It's whether you like it or you don't like it. You
not
still know it. You're not forgetting it. Yeah.
It's in your head.
I worked out, so if I had a track or a tune or something on SoundCloud, it'd have an It's Danny T jingle at the start and an It's Danny T jingle at the end. Mostly so that people couldn't just rip everything and play it for themselves if I wasn't giving the track out or whatever. And then mixes so that nightclub bars and other stuff can't just use your mixes. But there's people that still use them anyway. I did it every 10 or 15 minutes. So within a 60-minute mix, there'd be 7. There'd be 1 at the start, 1 at the end, and then 1 every 10 minutes in between. So we've calculated, I sat down with my manager once, and we've calculated that from 28,000 SoundCloud plays, 28 million SoundCloud plays, there's probably been heard in excess of 100 million It's Danny T jingles. Plus the like YouTube stuff, plus live shows. Like I don't play it in my sets as much as I used to do because just means having.
Is that part of the music then? So when we hear it, when you're playing, is that just part of the track that you put it in?
Yeah, I only put it on an intro now. I don't I don't really play it. When I used to DJ on my laptop, you could just press a button and the jingle would play. But since I've gone onto USBs, I would have to have a deck just to have.
But you got your hotkeys though on the new decks. You not just connect it up to that.
Yeah, I could do, but then that's just like the more you bash it, the more ego you've got. You know, just like I'll play it once at the start, and then we're done. We're all right. Like I'm big enough not to miss on the stage anyway. Once you're there and the logo's there, people will know who's there. You don't have to keep reminding them, do you?
Speaking of intros, obviously the last couple of shutdowns, and I pestered you for this tune that I'm about to mention. So I first heard this tune that I'm talking about in 2019, right? That you dropped in Sheffield, and I want to know what's going on with that track. It used to have a different vocal. It had OF. Was it OF? Not OF. It was the it had a different vocal when you first dropped it in 2019. It's got a new vocal now.
Is it the like bum?
I think so. No, it's not. Actually, not that one. It's I pestered it for a bit ago, and I can't think how it goes. But I think the new vocal on it now is Majestic. I think I can only guess.
Oh right, yeah.
So yeah.
Oh right, yeah. It was so. Yeah. It was one of the original Sheffield intros, wasn't it? The new one is Alistair from Artful Dodger.
Right.
That's the new vocalist on it.
Right, okay, so it wasn't Majestic.
No. I just want to keep that as an intro. Do you know what, like once they've both got really deep voices and they're both from down south, like I can understand why you'd think. But yeah, it started with Natantu who had done the vocal. And because we've already done a track together, I didn't want a second track that was just me and him again. And it wasn't really like what the lyrics were before. I'd taken as a sample from an American rapper.
I know his name. What's his name?
I can't remember.
I can tell you now because I've got the actual.
Really didn't sleep much last night.
That's it.
Yeah,
so basically,
the song?
I literally, because you wouldn't give it up,
Yeah,
I went looking for it. So and then it coming across the actual full original track. And then now it's on my playlist. I rate it.
I've never seen that guy. I can't remember what he's called.
NF. I think it's NF.
Yeah. I've never seen him like. Obviously, he's an American rapper anyway. I've never seen him like blow up, but his YouTube streams are ridiculous.
Yeah,
like
it's pretty big.
Like hundreds of millions. We're talking, not like 100 million on one video. Like really expensive, well done videos as well. It's not just like you know, he's not a small time
Yeah,
rapper.
yeah. So you
I was
had to
just
change
like-
it, didn't
I was
you?
like, that's never going to get cleared anyway.
Yeah.
And then during the first lockdown, Alistair was messaging me and he was just like, I want to do this militant vocal just to like, he basically goes like, whenever we perform, I'll get the crowd chanting, oi, fuck off, oi, fuck off, oi. He was like, I want to do a track with that. Let's do it together. So I was like, it fits perfectly onto this, but I can't release a track that's just called oi, fuck off, oi, fuck off, oi. But it works.
Well, what
as
are you
an
gonna do?
intro, doesn't it? I don't know. I might just keep it for myself. My
Forever?
sets and my intros, yeah. You can have a copy. I'll send it.
Well, I secretly recorded your set, so I've now got it already. So now I'm just sat at home in Bath, like with the tune blast on repeat. Oh, fuck off! But yeah, it's a fucking big track, man. I love it, mate. Especially from hearing it from 2019.
Yeah.
And now, the only time I can hear it is when you're on.
Yeah, I might.
And it's big.
Yeah, I should give it out. To be fair,
Just give it as an
that's
exclusive
one
to a
side
couple
of
people.
that's one side of like DJing and stuff that I just hate. Just sitting on a laptop emailing tunes out. I'm just like,
Has anyone else got that tune?
no,
Just you?
me and you.
Yes.
Yeah, just me and you.
Hang on a minute.
Sure.
Alistair's got a copy, so
right.
Apple Dodger play it.
So three of us
when
in the
they're
world.
not doing a garage set, they play it sometimes as well.
Are you gutted, Chris?
I'm calm, man.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm calm. Don't worry about it. I'm sure there's plenty of things.
Chris wants it for a video, but then it'll have swearing in it, so Instagram won't let anyone see it.
But we actually put it in a video.
Have we?
All right, yeah,
Few
it's
seconds.
a drop
Yeah,
video, yeah.
We put it only because it was live, so we just put a bit of the live recording on, just
So
a little bit.
Does that change the waveforms then?
A little bit, but YouTube's clever in that now. It'll still pick it up, but
Yeah, it's a pain in the arse when we're doing these videos now, and you've got to watch what obviously I'll say to Marky, right, these are the tunes I want on the after movie. And
Like, you're going to get that taken down.
do you know what though? The weird thing were, you know, Bruce E. Paradise. So is the Alchemist remix, which is the one that you just put on the Manchester one, was it?
man, yeah.
And it flagged up, and I thought, oh shit! I thought he's just on the sick video. I'm gonna have to go back to him with my tail between my legs and go, Marky, I need you to change the song again. Guess where it blocked it? Russia
India.
and Belarus.
All right, yeah.
What? Like, I'm not bothered about that.
I've had something blocked in North Korea before. I'm like, it's all right. It's like,
Yeah, just knows ass.
It
Let it
says,
go.
do you want to what's the word?
Appeal.
Appeal it. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Well, do you know what?
Putin won't mind.
Do you know what happened? Well, I uploaded it to
YouTube
YouTube.
loves a banger.
He does. And then I got YouTube saying it's blocked, completely blocked. That video can't even be viewed. So,
Yeah, I've had that.
no,
before.
I'm on YouTube. I'm on about YouTube here, so I've uploaded it to YouTube.
I see. I'm new
and
to YouTube.
it's not allowed it to go out at all.
Let's
And-
check it before it goes on then. It's one of them, isn't it? Bada bing, bada boom.
Oh God.
Oh God, oh God. So Danny, what would you do if you were a DJ then? Like, I know you're a busy guy, and I know you got lots going on, and I know we have many a chats.
Straight into some deep questions.
And
Do you know
I'm
what?
messing about.
I'm asking the questions that everybody wants to know.
Do you know what? Like, there was never going to be another option. When you want to do something enough, you
Yeah.
just go get it. Like, you've got to just
Run
like,
with it.
Just go for it. Do you know what? Worst case scenario now, instead of touring around the country, playing in Europe and this, that, the other, I'd be DJing 5 nights a week in Yates's if I had to, because I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Like
Yeah,
right from the start, I enjoyed every aspect of.
Well, speaking of
Entertaining,
Yates's, one of the first times I ever saw you was Yates's in Preston.
Oh
and
my
you were
God,
DJing in
yeah,
the beer
yeah.
garden.
In the outside
And this
bit,
was
yeah.
when Snapchat was massive, because you were massive on Snapchat.
Yeah.
And he had these stickers, right? And there were stickers on every table, and there were people just adding you, weren't they?
Yeah,
As
yeah,
he's playing,
asking
going,
for covers
playing
and shit, yeah,
play
yeah.
this tune, play this tune.
Clever.
Yeah, no, you were.
How long ago was that? Older than that picture that you showed me.
6 or 7 years ago.
Have you seen this
That
picture?
photo, have you? Yeah, I sent it you the first time I ever booked you. So this was when we were
VJ.
We Are House.
So it's not the flyer that I
Can we zoom up to this picture?
Let me get this photo. Let me get this.
Wait, do I want to see this?
Danny,
Have you not seen it?
You have seen
I
it.
don't know.
I've seen it. Before you see
Open
it. just
up a bit.
leave it there.
A young Danny T.
I ain't even seen it yet.
Do you remember that, Danny?
No beard crew.
Where was that? Passes it. Oh God.
Watch him delete it now. Gone forever.
Do you know where that was? Have a guess. Tell me if you can remember where I booked you for the. Was it the first?
That-
no,
that- no,
it
that
wasn't
wasn't the
the
first.
first. No, it wasn't
The
the first.
first was Blue Bar.
Yeah,
Blue Bar. Blue Bar.
Weird that.
That's got to be mode.
It is. Yeah. But it was called. What was it called?
That T-shirt needs.
Vogue.
T-shirt got binned a lot.
Yeah, before Mode, it was Vogue.
Vogue. Yeah.
It's mad, that story as
Do you
well.
know, do you know what was mad as well? So I don't think it was. No, it was the first time he played for me was that outdoor event at Blue
no,
Bar.
it wasn't. It were even before that. Look at the flyer I sent you.
Oh yeah, it was.
And I
yeah,
think
yeah.
I don't know if I played. That was the first time. I think that was the first time.
So I told Mikey about this flyer, and the guy
Have
that
you
did the
shown him
flyer,
it where you spelt Tom Zanetti
yeah,
wrong?
so the guy that did the flyer spelled Tom Zanetti.
How did he
But
spell
was
it?
What was it? Z
Have a look
A N.
on iMessage. I've sent you it.
I think it's on WhatsApp. You know, let me have a look.
So you've been booking Danny T for a long time.
Long time.
So you-
and he's
Go
one of
way
the
back.
OGs.
So wait there. So you've seen Danny's wage increase over the time. So
I was waiting for this, Danny. I
Play for
tried to.
love. I just play for the love of it.
All right,
like,
okay.
We have a good cuddle.
Have you ever gone?
A cuddle like that.
Have you ever gone? Fucking hell, Danny, what's happened? You know, like just because obviously it's definitely increased since the first time you booked him.
Do you know what? Do you know
Uh-oh.
what?
You're gonna get promoters going. Whoa!
I've been pushed up against the wall.
careful.
I basically didn't get paid the first time I played.
Oh, so you're still home for that?
No. So that the first time, I'm sure you won't mind me saying, the first time, it was about 300 quid, I think.
No, it was less than that.
No, it weren't. It weren't. This was the outdoor event because I remember.
Yeah, the outdoor. That wasn't the first time. The outdoor. I just kept adding a little bit each time.
There was one time though where he come at me with this price, and fair enough, he was up there and he was selling tickets, and I would just. Do you remember? I remember where I was driving over the tops, and it kept cutting out, and I was just like, "This is so annoying."
Yeah.
We're trying to discuss about a price agreement, and it just kept cutting in and out.
This is
in
why
and out.
agents exist, so
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
have to get
Yeah,
involved in this shit.
Yeah, no, it was. No, Danny's been good to me. He's been very good to me, and I like to think.
Does it still go straight to you about prices now, or does he?
I've only just got a new agent anyway, and I'm already doing like all the shutdowns. So
Dan keeps messaging me. He keeps saying, "Oh, by the way, I've got Danny T now." I'm like, I don't think Danny's told him that I've got this endless deal.
He knows
with
he's
him.
just good at his job.
Who we talk about here?
Dan
Saunderson.
That's
yeah.
your.
He knows he's just good at his job. He's just on it.
Keeps slaying it in there. Like he's on me at the minute, like trying to get all these guys, because I'm getting pestered left, right, and centre at the minute by all these agents, because obviously seeing what we're doing and they want to be on the show, and I get it and I appreciate it. But wow, they're all hitting me up now, like one after the other.
Yeah,
it's almost like the talk.
And I guarantee a few years ago you were struggling to get
were?
replies.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
time.
they-
I know
they
how
won't
agents
reply.
like. Yeah, I know how agents work.
They wanted to know everything, so they wanted to know how much money I was making, like
Yeah,
the tickets I was selling them at, like the venue size, like is that venue?
So they can make sure they take every
That's
penny.
it. That's it. But now, like, I basically say I'm not paying that. Like, I've built it up to a point where we're kind of like in control.
Yeah,
and it's a good place to be, because obviously.
God.
Oh God, this is gonna get me in trouble now. Every agent that's watching this now is giving me dagger eyes. But no, it's good. It's a good place to be. It is. It's. I'd rather be in that than struggling to book people. So.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
The artists still appreciate it a lot more as well now, because the artists are desperate to get on the shows.
Yeah.
They really want to, they want to play to
Yeah.
that many people in those cities. Like,
Yeah.
It just seems like more appealing. Well, not more appealing, but definitely appealing to go to a younger audience, and because obviously they're going to get older,
100%.
and everyone remembers as we grow up, we have memories of what we were doing when they were their age. So it's like you'll always remember the artists that you got to see when you were young.
The thing as well that I think people are now clicking onto is the power of TikTok, and the main people that are on TikTok are obviously these kids.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like these kids are the ones that are going to play your music on repeat. They're going to keep listening. They'll follow you around the country. It's like that girl. That girl follows Danny everywhere. So Danny gave her a free ticket to the event.
Which girl?
What wasn't? I can't even remember her
you
name.
can't put me on the spot like that.
Is it a fan that just comes to all the shutdowns?
It's a fan. Yeah. It was
Oh,
a
it
fan.
comes to every shutdown that you're on?
Yeah.
That's every single
So
one.
every single
Yeah,
show.
literally everywhere.
Oh, that's cool, that man.
She literally put on a story. I spend every single penny I get seeing Danny T. Like that's amazing.
That's cool.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
innit?
it is,
That's what
man.
it's all about.
Speaking of that, though,
Have you ever brought
like-
her backstage to meet him for pictures and that?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you did, didn't you? I think
Oh yeah, I
you
did
had a
at the end of
photo. Yeah.
Sheffield. Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, I did.
Head to toe dripping with sweat.
I did a question thing where I was basically like, who's the best artist you've seen, or artist or DJ you've seen in this year? And honestly, like, I'm not even just saying this.
Oh, here we go.
Danny won it hands down.
Where was this competition? On
Instagram.
On Instagram.
Yeah,
Oh, sound.
Danny won it. Hands
And like
down.
the acts you've had, that's mad.
No, it was mad. Like,
But Danny has the advantage though, because Danny's on every single one and all the other artists aren't. So
don't give. Bro, he was up here, man. Don't deflate him.
Play what I sent you.
Oh yeah, to be fair,
That one on WhatsApp. That were on.
Was it on
iMessage.
text?
was it audio?
Yeah, I sent him.
the-
Yeah, play it in your microphone.
Let me find it first. Let me find it before I've played the wrong one.
He sent me it saying.
Oh, it was this. It was
He
this.
sent me.
Wait till this.
He sent me it saying.
So I was like, bro,
saying,
read my
"Mate,
story.
I can't believe it. Like this is amazing. You've got the most votes out of like everyone's favorite act to see at Shutdown. Like, man, so I didn't even reply with any messages. I just sent it.
You ready?
There, good the Bluetooth.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Oh my god.
Yesterday's price is not today's
Did you put it up though? Did you?
No.
But why are you pushing
So-
the price up, bro? Come on.
I don't know. I'm
I
a,
thought
Have you
this was
seen
Shutdown
when
and
Fat
Flex.
Joe did that? H,
No, I didn't see
H
it.
did it as well. H.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so Fat Joe did that originally because he'd done some show and the tickets had gone crazy. So he was just like, people who were asking him to book him the day before or something, it was just like, yesterday's price is not today's. And then H did the same, didn't he? He was like, when he played at, what's the big festival in London called?
Wireless.
He played at Wireless. He was like, you paid me 50 bags for this. I need at least 150 next year.
Do you know what though? H's price. So he was I think you were the first act we booked. He was the third person I ever booked. Fourth person. And I booked him for
$1 million.
so I think it worked out. He was on,
At this point, he didn't have a single of his own, though, did he?
No, he did. He
But
did.
he was
He
still
had
doing-
weight.
Right.
Had to tell the brother wait. And I always
as far as like ticket selling capabilities go, that was outrageously cheap.
ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. Back then we were charging like £8 and £10.
Yeah.
So
But do you know what? Every single person who was in that show
Will remember that.
that for the rest of their lives, even more so than if they see him at Leeds Festival,
Yeah.
if they see him at Wireless, like wherever they see him,
the amount of
they'll
people that are still
remember
going
that.
on about it.
Like one thing I've always been told by like just people that I really respect in the industry is that, you know, when you see like big acts and they do a small tour first, even though they could probably sell out bigger
It's like
ones,
Silky, no?
they do that exactly. Do that on purpose because people who went to Ed Sheeran's first ever gig when there were 17 people in there and he couldn't even fill a pub will appreciate that forever more than the people that went to see him at Wembley.
100%.
Like he's literally made those people's lives are made. That's why they do start small in like 400 or 500 capacity venues. Even if they could do 2,000 tickets, they wouldn't always push to that, especially if they're like, rather than DJs. DJs, it's a little bit different 'cause you need a good amount of people to really appreciate to build the vibe of the club. Whereas if they're all just singing along every word to the songs that you're singing, the intimate gigs are the ones that people remember the most.
Well,
and they're the ones
I went to watch Example before he blew up. That was sick. I think it was in Preston, you know. And similar vibe. Like I remember that. I don't remember the night, but I remember going there and watching him.
Mate, I remember seeing Calvin Harris at Oceana in Leeds.
Wow.
Before he was big.
Like a Thursday.
Mad.
I think it was like a £2 to get in.
Oh wow.
With Calvin Harris. I think they paid him under $2,000 at the time as well, like before he.
That's mad.
And then in fact that came into my mind before I've actually seen him at Creamfields main stage. Not when he was big, he was one of the first acts before he was the rock star superstar DJ. Because he's a singer and a musician and a performer. Like he was performing live, and I remember him being like the second or third act. There were about 800 people on the main stage at that point. That was all because everybody was either still camping or just, it was 1 p.m. or something like that. His set time was, and then Now look,
Huge, man.
Just shows
like,
I've done
now he's done the biggest ever deal for any DJ ever.
it. Yeah. Is that in Las
In
Vegas?
Vegas, yeah, $200 million.
Wow. Is that per set as well?
No, it was $200 million. I think it was for like 100 shows in a year or something like that.
That's
So
crazy.
upfront spondoolies, upfront cash.
Spondidly.
Do you reckon?
I don't know.
Do you reckon he
Wouldn't
just
surprise me with Vegas though.
Danny? So you're from the Sheffield area,
Leeds.
Leeds. So it's near Sheffield.
Yeah, it's in Leeds.
It's Yorkshire, innit?
Yeah,
Okay.
West Yorkshire.
Have you ever met DJ Smile?
He's from Huddersfield.
Is that not the same thing?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We're from Lancashire over here. It's different.
Yeah, Northerners should be like together. They should know all this shit.
Yeah, but Yorkshire hate Lancashire people. That's right, isn't it?
Nah.
I just see
Battle of the
someone.
I love
Roses.
Lancashire. It's like
What's that, V?
it's
Battle
like
of the Roses,
Magaluf.
the red rose against the yellow rose.
Yeah. So yeah.
No, it's red versus white. Yellow rose.
Is it yellow? Yellow rose.
Yellow rose.
Rose.
Yeah, it was the
yellow,
battle.
Rose.
Yeah, that
Yellow rose,
what year
bro.
was
It's
that?
yellow rose, bro.
1247 or so.
But yeah.
I'm over it now. I'm over it.
I'm glad you're over it. Yeah, but I always just see.
That's
I always have to turn them off. So yeah. So you've never met DJ Smile?
No. I've obviously seen when it blew up, but it was yeah. I think he was Huddersfield.
We were thinking about getting him on the Flex podcast, and we told Sean Dean about it, and he's gone, don't. He's a smackhead. He'll just rob your whole place. And I'm like, oh shit, is he? He's like, yeah. If you bring him in, he'll just pocket everything. So we're like, okay, we'll just leave that.
I'm really surprised he didn't get a run of club shows
He did.
when he blew up. Did he actually?
Yeah, he was doing my appearances.
Who is this guy? I don't know who he is.
DJ Smile for a while.
Fuck the tile. Never heard that.
Not a clue.
VJ, you have.
I think so.
Oh,
I thought you hated people from Yorkshire.
No, it's the other way around. Yorkshire people hate Lancashire people.
Who won the Battle of the Roses?
Who won the Battle of Roses?
Not a clue, but I'll find out.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Fact check
Google
that
it,
for us,
Google
VJ,
it.
please, and let us know.
I reckon we took it.
Could have done. Lancashire's a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah, Lancashire were too busy partying till 9 in the morning.
Especially in the what was it, 1600s? No, 1800s, 1600s.
Oh, it'll have been I don't know if it was like 1066 kind of era.
Can you check that as well, VJ? Although I'm going to sound like an
some
idiot
fact
saying
check.
1900s and that.
It wouldn't have been 1900s.
No, it's definitely not 1900s.
1900s were like 23 years ago.
What are you saying?
1461.
What
Yeah.
did I say first?
61, yeah.
I were pretty close then.
Just roll that back and check that.
1066 kind of era.
And what rose is it? What rose are they?
It's red and white, definitely. Well, White Rose. Yorkshire's White Rose.
To go into more detail, it was Lancaster against York.
What?
Yeah, but they're the capitals of the counties, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Is that Lancaster?
Lancashire, Yorkshire.
Sheer. So what colour was their rose?
Red and white, bro.
There's white.
Yeah, well, White Rose.
And ours are red.
White Rose.
See, I've not always lived in Lancashire.
I live not
so
that far from the White Rose shopping centre in Leeds.
Oh, so you knew it was going to be the White Rose?
Yeah, I did.
Right, okay.
Yorkshire is the White Rose. They sing it at football matches.
Oh, shit.
I was thinking Leeds United, yellow rose.
All right. So you're the one that's confused everything today.
Yeah, the rose on the old Leeds United badge is white.
Right, yeah. My bad. But I can't find out who won. I'm just trying to find out.
Do yellow roses even exist? Are they not daffodils?
Piss
Yeah,
rose.
of course you can get a yellow rose.
You can get black
No,
roses.
only
you
got
can
piss
get all
rose.
sorts of colours roses now.
Right. Okay. Sorry. So that's settled then. Don't know DJ Smile.
This conversation sounds a little bit like 9 a.m. in Burnley or something.
Just coming out of more.
in someone's kitchen.
Speaking of the clubs late at night, let's flash back to that time that girl jumped on the stage and says something about drum and bass.
Stop playing drum and bass.
Yeah.
I want even playing drum.
I know.
Get down low. This isn't drum and bass. Go away. Get down low.
So I'm assuming she's fuming now because you've made a tune.
No, we never got a message or a comment directly from her. I don't really.
Maybe she came off social media because of it.
Might have ruined her.
You might have she might have lost her job and everything.
Or she could be having it as a ringtone right now. You never know.
Yeah.
But if you're out there, let us know how you feel about his track. I That was inspired
Do
by
you know
you.
what's mad as well? Didn't you make merchandise off the back of it?
Yeah, I did. This is not drum and bass. I sent one to Mackie G as well. I got
Did
Mackie
ya?
G to wear it at a gig.
Sick.
How many of them did you sell? Did you sell a lot?
Couple.
Oh,
Oh, say a number.
I can't even remember.
It should be like, you owe me some money.
how much were you selling them for, and how many
I can't
did you
even
sell?
remember. I've slept since COVID.
So where was this at? What club? What town?
It was at Rosie's in Chester. and I
Rose?
actually-
Rose? What colour rose were it?
Rosie's
Rosie's in Chester. Is that
and
where
I
it
actually
were?
played there Saturday, just gone, and she didn't come.
Oh, what
I don't blame her.
Probably too
Life's
scared.
ruined.
Yeah. She's seen your name on
This is
it.
not drum and bass reunion.
That would have been amazing. Yeah.
The mad thing was, it wasn't even drum and bass.
Was it Bassline? I can't remember the video.
It wasn't. Well, obviously she was commenting on what I'd been playing, but I don't. Yeah, probably.
I can't remember what it were either. I'm trying to
I
think.
don't know. A lot of people get bassline and drum and bass mixed up.
See, I
Yeah.
was explaining this to my girlfriend. I was trying to explain this.
1 second. This is true because Bassline isn't the stuff that like Skepsis and that play. That's not Bassline, is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, theirs is like the
But-
heavier bassline.
But there should not be an alternative name for it because it's not the bassline we grew up on. You know, like the old school bassline and
that's a
stuff.
different.
No, but
bass
but it's
line.
called bassline.
It was though when it first when all right, obviously. So the niche era of bassline, the original like OG bassline, was like 140 BPM, like the sounds that it was, and it attracted. You know, it attracted a not a nice crowd, and that's the reason why I think it ended.
Niche, yeah.
Not just niche, but all over the country, the sound died because essentially you couldn't throw club nights with it on.
What, a bit like drill today. That type of thing that caused a lot of problems with fighting and
Yeah,
A bit like bounce up north.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sopranos.
They do struggle to get clubs bounced.
Yeah, I think that was the reasoning the police gave. Anyway, they just didn't want that sound to continue. DJs were getting banned from going to clubs. Anyway, fast forward 8 or 10 years, the new bassline sound came out with a load of new producers that had just adjusted the sound slightly. Now, as that's adjusted even more, and I suppose it's probably split. It's gone a little bit friendlier in one way, and then a lot more like dubsteppy sound in another way. It still is bassline. It's just evolved. Like garage was like like female vocals, sing along, garagey beats, and then that turned into having like wily and hyped up MCs over. It's still garage. It's just how all genres progress, don't they? Otherwise, they can't just stay the same forever. They've got to.
Did it not at one point the sound was called bass?
There's I don't really play bass line. I play like what you'd call UK bass or bass house.
Yeah, but
and that sounds absolutely popping in America.
right.
So there's a label called Night Bass,
Yeah, of course.
which Chris Lorenzo's released loads of tunes
Beast.
on, and it's owned by like AC Slater, and there's
Beast.
there's other
Beast.
people like those guys are just like a different level.
They're
of
a beast.
production.
And like Ghostly and people like that.
Yeah, there's some of the productions are just sick. Like, well, most of the productions are sick. Like Wax Motif is another guy that's like, and their sound has gone from it's a very UK sounding thing, but the Americans have blown it up bigger over there than it is here, and it's just got
it's
bigger and
massive
bigger
over
and
there.
bigger.
That's sick, man.
To the point where like.
They've got main stages just for it. haven't
Yeah,
they?
they've
Like, it's
got
crazy.
their own big festival stages, main stage where they're doing, silly numbers of tickets like 5,000, 10,000 for that sort of stuff. But I think this year was the first year that sound had its own that sound had its own kind of arena, shall we say, at Ultra in Miami with like the most ridiculous production, like that roof going over the top that all
Looks
lights
sick.
up like. And that's been derived from UK bass line, even the old like speed garagey kind of sound. Like it's good to see British music, British
100%.
influenced music, doing well over there. Like really, really well over there. Like Chris Lake, British, Chris Lorenzo, British, Clooney, absolutely flying.
killing it.
Is he?
Oh, British.
Yeah,
He's from
raw.
Sheffield.
Yeah.
Dave from Sheffield.
Yeah, he is.
A lot of talent in
They're
Sheffield.
absolutely killing it
Yeah,
in America.
White
It's
Rose.
sick.
Clune is absolutely smashing it. Like he is when I used to book him, right, he's gone from 0 to 100 since then. Like his American following is massive, isn't it, bro?
Yeah,
like it's absolutely.
Well, he's worldwide.
crazy.
He's touring South. He's just been
yes.
touring South America.
Is
like,
he?
Yeah.
That's mad.
He's on with Dirty Bird, isn't he?
Yeah, but I don't think that's even the biggest thing that he's doing.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't think that's Claude Von Stroke's label. Isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the biggest thing.
Wow.
He did a
Mad.
full tour with Chris Lake.
Mad.
You don't get much bigger than that.
Nah, do you?
Chris Lorenzo and Chris Lake did a back-to-back like festival tour where it was
aren't
their
they
own
called
festivals. Yeah, but
As
they
a
didn't
group?
do it as Anti-Up. They did it as like individuals. And I'm pretty certain they were doing 10,000 plus tickets for their own festivals. Like, like
ridiculous.
It's just a different. It just seems like a different breed over there. Like,
They are mad for it though.
imagine the
Everything-
lineup you need in the UK to do 10,000 tickets.
Oh, it's big. And it was just
like
them
18
two.
plus. Them two. Clooney was on it. I think a few others.
It's mad.
Like-
it is.
I think it's Americans just got wild for stuff though. don't they?
Americans
They're
do
like-
everything large, bro.
yeah.
Everything's just mental in
Yeah,
America.
yeah.
Speaking of mental in America,
Oh God.
did you?
Oh God.
Did you see what happened on TV recently?
I don't really watch TV.
Oh,
You don't
Will
watch
Smith.
TV? Yeah.
Oh right, God,
one.
yeah. Oh,
Did you
yeah,
see
yeah,
that?
No, yeah, everybody saw.
I would have slapped Jade and me. Like, I would have said, so listen, he's having a joke, chill out, end of.
Have you seen someone's
You look
edited it where
Oh,
it
there's
goes?
so many edits.
There's one edit where it goes, keep my mouth's name out your fucking mouth. Right? Someone's re-edited it, so it says something like, stop fucking my wife.
I think I've seen it.
So-
Have we got
Someone's
that?
chopped it
Has
up.
anyone got that? Wait, have you got it on your phone or is it YouTube or
phone's
anything?
over
Oh, I
there.
need to see that.
Type it on YouTube, it'll come straight up.
Fucking my wife's mouth.
I'm going
Fucking my
to, okay?
mouth. I'm going to.
Keep fucking my wife's mouth.
I'm going to.
I'm going to.
Fucking my wife's mouth.
I'm going.
They are mad though, aren't they? Like everything. What must have been going through his head to like run up on stage?
Tupac.
Oh mate, I'm tinfoil hat crew.
Was it real though,
I think
bro?
it's made up. I think the whole
Yeah.
thing's
Nah, I
made
don't.
up.
I thought that were real.
All right, well, I'll tell you something that's come out since. then.
Oh God.
Oh, God. Right. So,
Leave that alone.
so it was the Oscars, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Oscars is sponsored by Pfizer, the pharmaceutical company. The pharmaceutical company in the latest stages of approval of getting an alopecia medication approved for use in the UK and America. All of the whole world know that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock because of a joke made about alopecia. All of a sudden, alopecia awareness is the biggest it's ever been. Chris Rock's world tour has just sold out.
This is what it does to me all the time.
The day after his world tour, follow the money, right? His world tour sold out the next day. Like, you imagine Will Smith does a film, he's going to get $40 million.
On the rest, bloody hell.
Well, 40, 50.
But he might lose work now. That's the thing. I think it was
Nah,
too
I
damaged
don't-
to be
Yeah,
planned.
he might have. Yeah, he might have lost work.
I don't think he will.
What's saying that Pfizer haven't paid him $200 million? He doesn't need to work for 5 years.
I couldn't see himself selling his soul for Pfizer.
No, I don't think he would. I don't think he's a sellout. You know, I don't.
I think.
does?
I know what your brain works.
No,
like.
no,
The
I
amount of
just put my
conversations-
tinfoil hat
The amount of
on,
conversations
for the
me and
benefit
Danny
of the
have, honestly,
conversation.
honestly.
I don't necessarily have. I'm not saying it was definitely made up. I just put my tinfoil hat on to
Honestly.
share the other.
So when I
the
was
other
struggling
side of
through
the coin.
COVID, this man, I'd ring him up on stage. I swear to God, some of the stuff he comes
He
out
had
with, right?
parties. He had parties planned for September 2020, and you were like,
No,
"Mate,
I had
it's
them before
definitely going ahead." No, like
Smash.
reschedules. I was like, "Bro,
He told me though, fair play to Danny.
Bro,
he told
these-
me 2 years. He
these
told me 2
parties are not going ahead. Don't get excited."
years. He said to me, didn't you? Straight up, he went, Chris, stop planning dates. 2 years. And I was like, nah, Danny, you got to keep the faith, keep the faith.
And it were
he
an
said
extra
2
like
years.
14, 15 months
Yeah, yeah.
from that.
Oh, it was
September,
horrible.
wasn't it?
Honestly, that were a horrible time. Like, I mean,
We all struggled-
went
we struggled
through it,
like
didn't we?
mad.
Yeah. It
Do you know what? The first 3 weeks are all right.
You know what?
If it had been 3 weeks to flatten the curve, it'd have been fine. I quite like.
With when it all happened, we were like, okay, a few weeks. It might because we don't know about the pandemic.
Obviously, not including the people who've sadly lost their
Oh, yeah.
lives.
Oh yeah, of course.
Rest
I
in
just
peace.
mean like for me personally, we'd literally like my missus's parents live in the countryside, and we were at their house when the lockdown happened. We were like, we're pretty much on holiday. We'll just stay here. Stayed there for 3 weeks, and I was just like, we're gonna have to go home. I need to work out how I'm gonna like start paying for bills because nightclubs are not opening anytime soon.
Oh, it was horrible.
I thought it'd be like August bank holiday. I thought it'd be then, and then they were doing those daily press conferences, but then they did one every 3 weeks, didn't they?
A major
And
one,
it
yeah.
literally went like major one, like every 3 weeks. No, we can't open anything. Another 3 weeks. No, we can't open anything.
Heartbreaking.
Weeks and weeks and weeks later, and then they were literally like, right, we're pleased to announce that we can finally let loads more things open up. So all your shops are open back up. This is the last one we'll be doing on TV. Bye. And I was like, what about nightclubs?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Heartbreaking
What
it
do you-
was.
hello, you're gonna mention that
Didn't
we even
care.
exist?
Did-
like,
We didn't get any. Did you just get funded and stuff?
Oh, did I? Yeah.
no.
Same.
Did you not?
No. Well, towards the end, like when everything was fine, but
I know someone who did, and they got a lot. Like, you know them as well.
Yeah, they got a lot.
Yeah, and I think, is that because of property though?
probably yeah, because we didn't have proper offices.
Yeah, I was using
At
the
the time.
bedroom. Bedroom desk.
it was my first year as a limited company. I had
Oh,
no
you're
books. I was done for.
My first
Didn't
time
get
as a sole trader, so
Didn't get a
Yeah,
single
same,
penny.
same. I was sole trader at the time.
But do you know what? I genuinely think that period has changed. It has harmed a lot of people's mental health, but I do feel like it's made people realise how quick everything can just be gone. So everyone's working either
When you think you're safe,
miles
you're not.
harder or not hard at all like that. So I feel like it's either people have ended up with like furlough-itis.
fellow writer.
Yeah, there's so
Furlough-itis,
many. Yeah,
where
there's
they're
so many people
they've
that
had
are
it
lazy
so
now.
Easy.
They've
It's
had
hard
it
to get
so
back
easy
it,
for
yeah.
6 months.
That's
Like
it.
they're struggling to get the motivation just to go to work. Whereas the people that had nothing for so long are like, I'm never letting that happen again. Like, let's go. Let's
Yeah,
build
no.
some-
To be fair though, like I used my time wisely. Like obviously, I literally spoke to Danny Moss,
Yeah.
didn't we? Like we'd be like, oh, bro, it's been 2 hours. All right, okay.
Aw, you are well cute.
4 a.m. You hang up. No, you.
The love story of the red and white
Mate,
rose.
I'll tell you now, there was no 4 a.m. sleep for 17 months. I had a brilliant sleeping pattern. It
wish I could sit
still hits me hard. Does
We not
the late
stressing though.
nights.
We not stressing. Like I couldn't sleep. I was panicking, thinking, yeah, it's coming back, and then he'd go, it's not coming back, and I'm like, no, it's coming back, building it up in my head. Nah, it's not coming back, Chris. Stop getting your hopes up. So
Yeah, like
I
you'd
wouldn't
keep
sleep.
announcing new dates. And I'm like, Chris, it's not going to be
but
up.
the thing is, right, this is my theory on it, right? If I hadn't have done that, do you think Shutdown would be where it is now? If I hadn't been consistent through lockdown, look how many other brands,
Consistency is key.
the other under 18s brand, they died through lockdown.
Yeah.
They died
Yeah,
because
well-
they weren't consistent. Like I was going live.
Who's that?
I'm not getting involved.
We're not allowed to say names again.
That's a little bit more beef that he has that I'm friends with both sides.
I ain't got beef.
Why are you beefing with everyone, lad?
Listen, I ain't got beef. I'm protective of my brand. That's it.
Speaking of your brands, I'm sure
Small man syndrome.
small man syndrome.
Listen, I've got to stick up for myself somehow. You know what I mean? Can't all be bloody. How tall are you, Danny?
Can we guess?
3.
6
Oh
foot
yeah,
three.
you're only 6'3". I thought you were about.
Only 6'3", says the 5'5" guy. Yeah,
Excuse me. I'm taller than 5'5".
5'5.5".
5'7".
5. No, you're not 5'7".
I am 5'7".
VJ, what is he?
My missus is
I'm
5'8".
5'7". I'm telling
Bro,
you.
I'm 5'8" and I tower over you easily.
Mate, I'm telling you now, I'm 5'7". Even with my heels on.
We've got loads of questions for Danny from the Shutdown fans.
We do.
Shall we fire them off?
Let's fire them off. Okay. Are you ready, Danny?
Say the names as well.
You want me to say the names?
Yes.
Right, okay.
So do you want to explain to the camera what we're doing right here?
Okay, so right now, I asked all the followers on Shutdown's page.
At Shutdown.
At Shutdown. We've got Danny T on our first show podcast, and if you want to ask him anything, fire away. So we've got some
Have
questions
you looked
here.
at any of these questions, or are you fired them all?
could be bad.
No,
Oh
they
my
could be
God.
bad. So,
Go for the juiciest question first to kick off.
Juicy.
okay. There ain't really any juicy ones. They're just like, they're quite nice questions, to be honest.
Find the
I
hard
was hoping
Mate,
Find the harsh
how
ones.
many times have I said this? You have the best under 18s, like
Yeah, they are
crowd,
actually-
the
they are actually
nicest
really
group,
sound.
the nicest, like the nicest crowd. Like they still go crazy, but not like
Want to
too
punch your head in.
too crazy.
Rip their
like,
hair out and punch your head in.
when I've done like 14 plus live shows, like like headline shows, they've gone wild. Like
Danny, tell us a bit about
Wild.
that after.
No.
Don't forget that. There's
What's
some
that?
funny stories.
Okay.
With Danny's.
mate, you're making it
Danny's
sound
events.
out like weird shit's gone down.
No, not like that.
Let's just put it this way. I wasn't.
What the hell?
I wasn't doing that sort of stuff when I was. In fact, I wasn't doing that sort of stuff in my 20s.
Crazy. Honestly,
Wild.
mad.
like,
Some of the
but that's
stories he's told me.
Leeds. That's
just
that's
mental.
Leeds.
Anyway, back to the questions. So we've got L Traps. What has been your best set yet?
2.
One of them shut down. He said no. Oh God. Go on, it's fine.
No, go
don't
on.
worry,
It
don't worry about
doesn't-
him.
I'd rather- I'd rather be
My
honest.
own headline show, the arena.
Yeah.
Like nothing's ever going to compare.
Is
to
that where that track's from?
No, that was different.
Different one? Because
No,
of a video
that was O2 Academy.
Was it? Oh,
yeah,
right,
that was the O2. Yeah, that like I said, like the biggest intro you've ever seen. I had a 10-minute intro.
10 minutes.
10-minute intro. So like if you go to an arena,
10 minutes, Danny.
yeah, 10-minute intro.
Over exaggerating, it was actually 10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes.
So
to
no
the dot.
kicking.
Exactly 10 minutes. Exactly.
So what
10
happened?
minutes.
So no kicking till 10 minutes. Did you have to wait 10 minutes for a kick?
I reckon we find this video and double check it's 10 minutes, you know.
It is. There's a counter on the thing. You only need to see the first.
What? And
bit.
you're watching 10 minutes?
It
count
counts down from 10 minutes.
What was going on?
Yeah, what-
Silence.
what was-
Silence to start with. Because obviously,
No.
like I had like
I don't believe in this.
6. Have you ever been to a concert?
Yeah.
No,
Right.
of course.
So the warm up acts play.
Yeah.
The the act don't come on straight away. There's a gap.
Okay.
Let the crowd get their breath back so that they're like.
Oh, that's not an intro. That's,
No,
that's just
innit?
a break. That's a break before it starts.
That's it. What
It
do
wa-
you
yeah,
call
but
them?
it just goes straight into the intro though. There's like
So it was a break.
a video.
Break. I'm sorry, Dan.
Yeah,
that was
we're
a
not.
break.
You're not having a 10-minute intro. That's not possible.
Well, it started at 10
Right,
minutes
okay
on a
then.
timer on a clock.
All right, answer me this. Answer me
Ticking
this.
away.
How long from when the music got press play
Yeah.
to when you come on stage?
Couple of minutes.
Okay,
So
couple
it
of
was a
minute
couple of minutes intro. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm glad we got there.
He's gutted.
But it started at 10 minutes. I don't understand.
No, the break. It was the break. That's what we're saying, because when you press play, that's when something starts.
Right, when you have a break, all the lights come on. You go and get drinks, blah blah blah.
Nah.
The last
Depends where you're at.
The last act before me that went on, it literally went bang. 10 minutes on the timer. That is it. Counting down.
With no sound.
I suppose there was a tick for the
was no
clock
tick, was
going
there?
down.
Hey, we caught you here.
You know what?
Danny.
You know
You're
what?
not getting
Dan?
out of this detail.
No, we'll let him have it. 10-minute intro.
Okay, yeah, 10 minutes.
What was the other one?
The next one. Oh, sorry.
You didn't finish. You didn't
Go on.
finish.
If you don't say shutdown, I'm gonna be pissed off.
Oh God.
Shutdown's a close. Shutdown's a very close third.
Oh, that's not bad though. There's a lot of
I've said
shows.
that.
A very
still
close
a little-
third. Very close third. Nah, Creamfields last
Yeah,
year.
no,
was
I get
Oh,
that.
nice.
different, like
So you'd put Creamfields under, or are you saying that above?
just because of the crowd reaction.
No, you're saying that's one, or is that two?
I'd say Creamfields number 2.
Two.
I separated them because they're different.
Okay.
One's a set at an event. The other is a headline show. You'll never ever get as good a reaction at a set
Yeah,
to your
true.
own headline show.
they're all
'cause
there for
everyone's
you.
there for you.
Yeah,
like,
Is there some videos of the Creamfields?
Yeah, have you not
yeah,
heard
yeah.
them? The loudest you've ever
Yeah,
heard
it's
anyone sing along.
ridiculous, man.
Mental.
No,
how
I've
many,
watched the
how many
videos
people
now.
were there?
I think there were 15,000 in that tent.
Is that the biggest crowd you played to?
Yeah.
Yeah, because your
Yeah.
show was 5.
Mine was 5.5. Yeah.
5.5. Jeez.
How long was the intro at Creamfields?
What was that?
How
I
long
didn't
was the
even
intro?
really do like an intro at Creamfields, but I didn't. if I was to do a big intro, obviously you need somebody to play the track before you or have it all set up with the screens and this, that, the other. Like I couldn't take a production team. We weren't allowed a videographer. Like
what town was you in?
I don't know because I only know it as C. It was just called CF9.
Oh,
it was CF9. So funny story actually. So I was all booked. I'm playing at CF. In fact, it was the Cream Terrace. So I was booked.
Okay.
So we got all the itinerary. It said CF stage number CF4. So I'm like, yeah, sick. Like the 4th stage, that'll be sick. On the day, they went. The where you're playing, the arena's been moved. It's now CF9. I'm like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is gonna be shit. I'm literally like, I took a videographer. They said you weren't allowed videographers. They weren't allowed on stage. But I was like, I'm not missing this chance. Took a videographer. He's really excited. I'm like, bro, don't get your hopes up. Like, it's called the Cream Terrace. It's gonna be like a VIP terrace where you're like playing to just people that are getting the drinks. And then as we got there, we got taken through into the VIP area.
You thought that was it?
Because the guy who I was with, shout out Dan Hills, because the guy I was with was like, I'm starving, I need some food. Like, some food vouchers. These work in VIP. So they told us where that was. We went up to VIP and there were literally a table like this with some decks on, with a guy playing music. And there was no one even cared. Everyone was just getting the food. And I was like, is this CF? Is this it? Is this CF9? They were like, no. It's that grey tent over there. It was the second biggest tent that they had. But the first biggest tent that they had wasn't open that day because it was on the Thursday. It was the first day.
Right.
Main stage wasn't open. Main stage 2 wasn't open. But main stage 2 was CF5. So the way the stages went round were in order of where they were positioned rather than the size numbers.
Right, okay.
So CF9 the next day was like Example's tent.
Oh, wow.
Where he was headlining the next day. And because there were miles fewer tents open, the tent was full. Like, full. You couldn't have got it any busier. Like, it just built up and built up. I went on, like, second to last. And SKT was on before me, and like SKT was playing like sick kind of sing along, like bouncy, housey tech stuff at 124 BPM. I'm like, watch this,
going hard.
Like, I was like, this crowd are just, if it's this full with kind of
anybody
it's gonna be a mix, innit?
Yeah, without music that does as much as what I would do in a set. If it's that full, then this is going to be silly. And it was just outrageous.
Sick.
It was just,
And your videographer couldn't go on the stage either?
Yeah.
Or you made it on?
Yeah, we just,
It's weird that they ask you to know videographers on stage.
No, I can understand that.
it was just COVID. It was just
that's the other reason, okay.
You had to check, the whole site had to be COVID secure, so you had to have tests, a negative test to get on the site. You had to check in out of the site, like where you got all your papers and stuff. Like,
have you not noticed though, like what I do for you and Rob and VJ?
What do you do?
Like, you guys are the only ones allowed on stage. You know that, right? I've literally, because do you know what used to piss me off?
Yeah, that one time.
They'd cross over and they'd ruin shots, they'd ruin videos. Because there was about 4 videographers. And I'm thinking,
but did you not hire them extra ones that time? That's how it all got crazy?
No.
Who were them people?
Artists bringing them.
Right, okay.
It were artists bringing them and managements, and then one artist came with 4 people: a social media person, a photographer, a videographer,
Who was
and a
that?
manager. I can't even remember who it were now.
I don't even know you do this. You know, I feel like a knob now. I'm hogging stage on videographers.
You get a band, so you're allowed on stage because it was doing my head in. They were ruining all my shots and that, and I thought I don't want a load of random people on my stage. So.
Oh God!
Back off, go.
What the hell?
DJs are a lot less of a diva than other artists, aren't they? We're a lot easier to deal with.
Who do you think's the biggest diva that we've had at Shutdown?
Danny's too nice.
I don't know. I come and do my set. I've never witnessed anything. I've never got.
Danny, come on.
Okay, who is then? Because Danny's too nice to say. Who he thinks. You won't even say it either.
No, I'm thinking there's two. There's two that have been. I wouldn't even call them divas. They made it my life really hard work. So like
they did personally, or their management, tour managers.
It's a different thing, isn't it?
It is different. I do feel like sometimes tour managers can make an artist look like.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, no, the tour manager was like a bit. He had to have separate artwork. He couldn't be on with these small people, but it was like, it's not a headline show. Do you know what I mean? It's
Who is it?
It was Dappy's manager.
Okay, that's understandable. Guy was massive at one point.
Yeah, no, I
was
get
arena
that.
level.
Yeah,
like-
no, and I get that, but at the time, like he didn't. I know
Do you
man's
know
this
what?
sort. He didn't want to be on the same artwork as Brucey. He was like, "Who's this Brucey guy?" And I was like,
Oh, oh! Did you hear that? Did you hear that, V?
He'll be,
oh my god, that's beef.
He'll be begging him to do a track with him soon.
Oh, you messed it up. Oh god.
No, I mean Dappy will be begging
"Oh yeah,
Brucey
no, I
to
know
do a
what you're
tune.
saying." No, do you know what it was though? Like, Brucey was still up and coming, but he was massive with the kids,
Yeah,
weren't he? He's
yeah,
always
yeah,
been
yeah.
massive, like with the young guns, and he's just had that sound that got him going. But it was his manager. His manager just didn't want him on. Didn't want him on the line.
Do you know what though? I guess his management, tour manager, whatever, probably hasn't changed since they were
N-Dubs. Yeah.
Well, no, even when he was as Dappy, like they were doing arenas. Like it's a different level of stuff.
Tell you
like-
what though, he is a performer. Isn't
Oh,
Yeah, but that's where that level to perform in an arena as a singer or an art, like he can sing obviously as well as rap. Like,
yeah.
I take my hat off to Dappy.
Dappy's a beast.
Oh no, he is. He's a beast.
Is he a beast, lad?
Dappy's a beast.
Dappy is a beast. And Dappy's up there in the top 3 best performances that I've had at Shutdown. Like with the best.
He got on. I remember he got on one of the
someone's
kids' shoulders
and stood in the middle of the crowd, like just singing. And he used our photos and
the video.
videos.
Yeah.
Big ups to the boys.
Got no credit though.
I know. But we won't go into it. But yeah, use them for his tour.
Who was the other one?
What?
He said there was another diva.
Am I a diva? Even though I'm not an artist.
I'm not a diva. I just nick towels.
Oh, don't even get. Do you know what we've decided? Because of you, we're going to number the towels now.
Oh my god!
We're going to number them and then we're going to know exactly who's Rob what.
Trust me, after I've sweated my back out for an hour, you don't want my towel.
We
back.
wash them. You know, that £4 means a lot, bro. Anyway, let me get some more questions out because I know there's been people asking. So,
Let me ask.
Hang on.
Come on.
Because I want to.
Come on.
So if going back to the gigs, you've said your top 2. Oh, yeah. So what's been your favourite Shutdown?
Oh.
I know which one you're going to say, but I think
I don't think you do.
You don't look.
Oh, really?
No, I don't think you do.
No.
My favourite so far.
It's going to surprise me if it's the one that I'm thinking you're going to curveball me with.
My favourite so far was the surprise set in Sheffield.
Was it Magna?
Because it was a surprise.
2019.
Do you remember that?
You dropped that. Of course, I remember. I love that. You dropped that track for the first time.
Because it was a surprise, I was like,
Do you know what?
Do you remember I was backstage you booked me as a surprise, like, does anyone even care that I exist? Because obviously you haven't announced me beforehand.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's bought a ticket to see me. There's no like core fan base there, and it just erupted. I was
It did.
That was the first time we used fire and everything,
that's why that was my favourite for that reason. Okay. There's been bigger and better crowd reactions since then, but I was on the flyer. That just came out of nowhere, so that's why that
No,
one.
it was a sick reaction. I remember.
It was.
I remember filming it from like.
Mate, I nearly set fire to myself. I didn't know the fire was there, so I've run out to the front of the stage, and it's just gone straight up
Singed.
in front of my eyebrows. I'm like, where are my eyebrows still there?
So which one was that? That was Sheffield 2019. So if you were there, man,
Shall we play a clip of it?
Yeah, go for it. Okay, so best Manchester memory. So for people that don't know, by the way, Danny plays on a lot of the shutdowns. So the fact that someone's asking best Manchester memory, they mean best Manchester shutdown memory.
All right.
Not just best memory.
I know, yeah, it's like, I went Arndale once.
Fazendo's quite nice. Best Manchester memory. I don't know, because you just kind of... Yeah, I suppose, like, when I'm in the moment, I've got a job to do, and that's to make the crowd go as wild as I can and thoroughly enjoy myself while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But I don't appreciate how good it is at the time. I feel it afterwards.
Yeah.
I feel how good it was because I'm like, wow, that was amazing. So I suppose, like, after the depot.
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 After
the
it's Depot.
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 I've got a deep pot.
After the depot show, I was just like, how were there that many people in there?
Crazy
like,
one,
yeah,
eh?
That was
mad.
my bet. That was probably best Manchester memory. But then again, the first one of the first ones with 500 people, coming out there. One thing that
Some
like
funny ones on there.
one thing that people won't realize as an artist, as a DJ, if you're on the stage and you're 10 meters away from the crowd and there's 3,000 of them there and the ceilings are 38 feet high and there's all the CO2 going off and fireworks and loud bangs, compared to a room where the decks are here, the crowd are 2 meters in front of you, and there's 500 people. The 500 people
and you can
feels
see
louder. That's why when I say I like to take it all in afterwards, because you can actually, because of how loud the speakers are and everything, you can't always hear how great the crowd are.
So going into that then, so the Wolverhampton gig,
That was sick.
Danny
came out of nowhere.
really.
That the hangar.
Yeah, but it was at Exit, so it was a small
Yeah,
room.
I
So
love that little room, man.
We sold it out 450, and it was mad,
The
weren't it?
crowd they knew everything. They were just on it. Like, but again, because you were a bit closer, like,
Yeah,
for me, that
I
was
because they were looking up at you as well.
I think for me that was the biggest surprise of Shutdown so far.
Oh really?
Yeah, because the crowd were just on it. They were
You were
yeah,
a really nice crowd.
yeah, they
then.
were really-
Like, they were not one
No
of them.
hard work.
Not one of them misbehaved. Not one of them brought any band items.
Oh, God.
Honestly, they were. Nah,
Like,
big ups Wolverhampton.
you
We're gonna
have
grow that.
a lot of the shows, especially the big ones, the big acts that are on, like the top of the bill acts that are on, people who like their music, like French the Kid will use as an example, might not necessarily like what I play, but because it's a multi-genre lineup, it does. Whereas Wolverhampton, they just wanted the bassy stuff. That's all they wanted was the bassy stuff. They reacted really well to Bando K as well. But they were ready for it. They were just ready.
Don't look at me like that, man. Let's go, Dan. Let's go.
I see that prod.
You two are like a married couple.
Oh, don't start.
Oh no, wait. No, do you want to know the story between me and Marky? So, Marky hates me. I love Marky, unless it's double bubble. But Marky loves Marco.
Marco's his dad. He's the accountant, and he pays us well.
So that's why I love
And
Marco.
I love you, Marco.
On time.
No, not even on time.
Before time,
Early.
yeah.
Early. Marco.
We need more Marcos in the world.
Anyway, enough about us.
Yeah, let's start.
Will you just, if you've got a second, just grab my phone. I'll see if I've got any questions. Go on and listen to it.
So we got another question. Did you finish the last one? Oh my God.
Oh, VJ on the cam. What's just happened?
Was that the camera that just died? Or
What happened?
No, VJ fell over.
Oh, he's fell over.
Oh dear. You all right?
A girl called Layla Graham? Lally Graham?
Where we at? Yeah. Layla Graham.
She says, you ready? What music does he play?
What music do I play?
Yeah.
I would say no. That's a good question. That's a good question because
Because it's all a mix, so it's not one.
yeah, but that can say what it is. Like if people don't know the difference, so I start my set with like high energy, what I would call bass house. I also play a hell of a lot of sing along vocals. Like I really want the crowd singing to stuff before there's a big build up and a big drop. Then I'll go into like some like jump up drum and bassy remixes. Loads more sing-along stuff, then just end with all-out carnage, and then
And then
just-
just turn the music off and leave them singing. Yeah.
Yeah, turn the music off and run
That's the
before I get booed.
So I've got another one here from Lils_13_. What's he going to be doing at Sunderland?
What are you going to do at Sunderland? You just come for a brew?
Walk in, fuck shit up and leave.
Mic drop. Have we got any others? Let me refresh it, see if some more.
Should we do a podcast at Sunderland for my whole set?
Oh yeah,
All the way through.
just run it through.
Do you know what I've actually done?
That's a good one.
An online set. So I've actually done an online set before, we'll call it, for like an NFT group, shall we say? And they managed to get a load of like big artists on it, like decent artists from like all over the world. Obviously, like NFTs, kind of global. And the guy who was on before me, we all submitted like a video or a mix, and they edited some stuff on it. It was like an online festival, they called it, but it was
Virtual thing.
virtual. Yeah, but there were no like headsets.
Okay.
It's just you just sit and watch it on Twitch. It was just like a Twitch festival, and the guy who was on before me has done tracks with like Eminem, like not as a rapper, he's a producer. Has done tunes with Eminem, like a big American producer. And his full 1 hour was him sat on his computer making beats. Like
For a set.
that was his set.
Did you watch it?
Well, I started to watch it and I was just like,
Boring.
this is meant to be like some sort of deep, like if you were really into producing, you'd have been like, oh my God, I'm watching this
Yeah, of course.
absolute god of a producer making beats. I'm going to learn stuff, but like quite a crowd that are not into that sort of shit. They just want entertaining. They literally lost so many viewers just before my set was about to start.
Who was the producer?
I can't remember. I'd have to do some digging, but because a lot of producers don't get.
Oh God.
Yeah, a lot of producers don't get like credited, do they, as such? You know, like
I know, yeah,
like
yeah.
DJ Mustard had his tag on his stuff, and so does like Bangles, and this guy's never done it. He's just an OG.
He just takes the money
an
and
OG
yeah.
that's done it in the the Eminem era. Like
Yeah, that's what everyone. So they all did back in the day, innit? Just sell the tune, that's it, and get paid.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But obviously-
it's good that people have built brands out of it, like Mustard, even like DJ
Marshmallow
Khaled.
as well.
What?
No, but
What are you on about?
DJ Marshmallow. You know what I'm on
No,
about.
you're not. You even listen to what we're on about. What about the name tags at the start and all that?
like hip hop
Yeah,
producers.
yeah. You're
Chris,
on about
go home.
You're on about building a brand, aren't you? So that's what.
Oh my
that's what
God.
Marshmallow- Do you know what? What the hell? I give
Chris,
up.
have you been here the past 5 minutes? Me and Danny having a good time over here. Will you listen?
I mean, it's good. I mean, it's good to see like Steel Bangles could have produced everything he's produced, never put a tag on there, and never put his name on tracks, and just been a producer. Instead, he's built a huge brand out of it, and has done really
I'm
well.
with
out
you.
of it.
I'm with you.
Same
My
as
bad, my
DJ
bad.
Mustard had. Same as like, well, the biggest Khaled by a mile, isn't it? Like he's never done anything except be in studios and make the beats and put his DJ Khaled.
Khaled.
Yeah. But everyone knows it. Like everyone knows.
Yeah.
It,
Do
like,
you reckon he makes the beats?
they'll all be in writing sessions. That's just how the industry works.
Right. So
Like,
it'll be sat there. Why? Yeah.
they'll be in writing sessions with loads of people. There'll be sometimes like here's an industry, like it's not really it's not secret information.
Okay. It's not talked about much.
But like MK17 was originally made as a demo by Camel Fat.
I knew that. Yeah.
So they made
Was
it, and then
it?
MK was like, I really like that tune. It didn't suit Camel Fat, so MK took the tune and then turned it into his
This
own.
information is
That-
actually
that is how-
online.
that is
It's
how-
online.
Yeah, that is how the industry works. Like Ray and David Guetta made Bed. It got put in like a big pot of demos.
Yeah.
Joel Corey listened to it, liked it, and then linked up with them both, and they created it as a
No way.
collaboration. Yeah,
Wow.
That's how the industry works. Like it's
Joel
how-
Corey and Guetta are doing loads together at a minute, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's- So,
What is Joel Curry on next Shutdown or what?
maybe
coming
one day.
soon.
Maybe one day. I probably can't afford him, man.
You reckon?
Crazy money.
Crazy.
It'd be crazy money now, won't it?
Yeah, I imagine so. Yeah, he's doing. Once you're on that
He's a good
world,
DJ.
once you're on that world that world scale, the UK doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, I
if you
suppose.
break out of that, James Hype's broken out of that.
I know, yeah.
He's broken out
Yeah.
of the UK stuff.
He's
He'll
gone
still
clear
live
now.
here, still play stuff, play shows in the UK, but they don't matter as much because
He's travelling.
on those American festivals, the money's 5 times what it would be over here, or the big European, like Tomorrowland main stage. Joel and James Hype are both on Tomorrowland main stage.
Are
this
they?
year. Yeah.
Madness.
They've gone clear, bro.
That's crazy.
Main
it's a
stage at Tomorrowland.
stage, Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be. In fact, I don't know what time it'll be, but it probably isn't going to be Tiesto hour. Do you know what I mean?
It's
But-
still-
but
it's-
it's insane. Like it's amazing.
And I bet you
like,
everyone puts the price up a little bit when it's something like that. I can only assume so because
I think they have some sort of ridiculous exclusivity to Tomorrowland, so you're not allowed to play in Belgium for the whole year, and they'll give you one show.
wow.
But everyone wants to play Tomorrowland.
Yeah, it's the
If
main
you're
set,
booked for
isn't it?
Tomorrowland, every other festival around the world, like Thailand, like Australia, Japan, they're all going to copy these lineups, and you're going to get bookings. That's where you put your prices, right?
yeah.
For that sort of stuff.
So some people could possibly just do it for free, just for the. I don't know. I can't see big DJs doing it for free because it's
Nah,
a big stage.
I don't think they will. The management won't allow it.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, because they're not getting paid, so they're not having it. Exactly.
They
yeah.
might, well,
be
to be fair,
surprised.
yeah, you might get a couple of up and coming that need.
The exposure.
Yeah, and they
Yeah,
might
yeah,
say, right, pay for my expenses and stuff. But yeah, I can't see them doing it for free. Like, you've got to get yourself out here. Your name's going on the flyer, and they're a reasonable name that could sell tickets. I don't think
I know smaller abroad events that do that. Well, let's look. The smaller events that get people to fly out and pay for their own accommodation, and they allow them to play for free. And
Working. Yeah, there you go.
Back on.
Why do you know someone who does that?
Nah.
mate, if it
Yeah, you
boosts-
do.
I'll be
Stop trying to
totally
get me in shit.
total transparency here. I don't care.
Would you do it just for the holiday?
I've done so many free sets in my life.
Yeah, but like now though, you wouldn't do it now. You wouldn't go over to Aviva just to do a free set for binge. Oh, you would.
I don't know.
Depends what hotel you've been put in.
I don't know because those options don't really come in because
Could do a.
I'm just too busy with Shutdown.
offers come in anyway for gigs. I don't know, but like right now, if I wasn't playing in Ibiza and I got to, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not that desperate to play in Ibiza. I want to play there. I want it on the bucket list. But
Have you not done it?
I've only played in Ibiza Ox boat party in Ibiza.
I still played in
which
Ibiza.
was sick. That was sick. That was with Patrick Nazemi, who's an absolute G.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
Was that Sonny Federa's
fact-
event?
Say again.
Was that not Sonny Federa's event?
No.
What was it?
That's a lot.
Solo Toco.
Solo
Toco.
Shipping.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like
Hell!
I'd probably play in Vegas for free.
Yeah, I think anyone would. Yeah. It's a beast of a place.
You know,
You've done Dubai though, haven't you?
Yeah, Dubai.
You've done
that was-
Dubai?
Yeah, with Maya Jama.
Who? Say again.
Maya Jama?
Maya Jama.
You've got a girlfriend, you can't do
Of
that.
course I can.
She's
My
such a
girlfriend's like a
nice-
mini Maya Jama.
Oh,
such a
Maya
nice
Jama.
person
Who's
as
Maya
well.
Jama again? VJ fact check. Who's this?
Stormzy's expert.
You don't need
Who?
What?
Stormzy's expert.
You don't know him from Radio
Oh,
1?
right, okay. Oh my God. Sorry.
Maya. You don't know who Maya Jama.
I'm not good with names. I don't even know Chris's second name.
Get in the bin.
But yeah, it's
Chris's second name on my mobile phone's Burnley Booking. I never changed number once. I've saved someone's number once. I don't.
Can you
save it
prove
again.
that?
Yeah.
Yes, VJ's in upon this.
To be fair, you did used to be
He's
It's
not-
Manny T.
he's
So I
become-
knew you were.
Barely booking.
Chris Burnley Booking.
That's mad that you've still not changed it.
I don't change it as soon as like
So we've had all them late night calls, and I've always just you've just been speaking to Chris.
Chris
from Burnley.
Burnley
Chris
Book-
from
Chris
Burnley
Burnley
Booking.
Booking.
So if whilst we're on about the bigger DJs and stuff like that, if you could collab with anybody or make a tune with a singer or an artist, like who would it be? I know it's such a question that everyone
Yeah,
gets
it's-
asked,
yeah,
but
it's a
I think it's an
Because
interesting question.
It's the question's got two sides on it. It's do you want somebody that's gonna benefit your career like Tiesto, or
Yeah.
somebody that you genuinely just want to vibe with?
Somebody that you genuinely want to vibe with.
Probably Brucey. He's just like he's a good guy.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
see, like,
man.
hear that,
So,
yeah.
have you-
you'd have a load of fun in a studio session. Like you just. He's
He is
just
a
good
mad guy,
lad,
innit?
like, yeah.
Mad guy.
He's a real guy.
Yeah, he
That's
is.
what it is. He's just a genuine like what you see on socials is real, and that is why he's been so successful. Like, he took people on an emotional, mental health helping journey throughout lockdown and to the end, like after lockdown. Lockdown's got me on the decline, and then into freedom, and then and then
he's clever.
Like,
Very clever.
He's so smart with how
He is,
moved
man.
stuff.
He
Like,
is.
and I remember him saying that he used to do
Don't Flop.
Don't
Yeah,
Flop.
man.
And people still give him grief about how bad he was on Don't Flop. Like 10
He wasn't
years
even
ago.
that bad.
I've never seen
He
that.
wasn't even bad.
I've never seen him on it.
It was good.
But he says people still like beef him about it on Twitter, and he's just like,
Yeah, but people will give anyone beef. Like he's
Yeah,
got loads
yeah,
of beef
yeah.
for his new song that he did, didn't he?
Yeah,
the
yeah,
chicken
yeah,
nugget
yeah.
one. He got
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
yeah.
What, because he
beef for
said that?
it's just jumping on a trend. It is
that's
what it is.
Yeah, he
Like,
jumped on a trend and
it's a
made
full,
more
like,
money probably doing that than he has on anything. I
But
bet
it's
the
just a
paycheck
fluffy
was
house
massive.
tune. Like you're not
course
gonna
it
you're not gonna rap like serious bars on
All
that.
the
Are you?
time.
Like,
Nah.
he did it right.
He's doing what he's doing right. Like, there's a lot of people. We get a lot of demand for Brucey, like a lot of demand.
We were talking about him the other day as well, so I wonder why he's not been on for a while.
Yeah, no, because his management are.
Oh, back to
on
the
it.
management.
No, his management are on it.
Oh.
Like, he's got a good manager. He's got really, really good management.
How come
Like,
it's not been on then?
He's left Crewcast and he's gone with somebody else now.
No, it's not.
Is this-
it's
is it
not
public?
beef.
No, it
It's
weren't
not
bad.
beef.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
public.
Beef. It's not beef.
Public.
You can tell
Yeah,
it, mate. Main stage, Leeds and Reading Festival. End of story.
So
He's not
That
with
was
Crewcast.
levels,
They haven't been
mate.
with Crewcast for what, a year?
Yeah, I think he did the last shows last
Oh,
festival season. So
I didn't know.
Yeah, Brucey.
They didn't make a big deal out of it because he's a good guy.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
never beef. It was just his.
Yeah,
he,
it's still got
business
their own
move.
he
love.
can
It's all
progress
love.
at the same time as them. If anything, it's allowed other people to come through.
Yeah, as a main
Crewcast
act.
and,
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and,
yeah, it does.
and really
Yeah.
make
Yeah,
names
people
for
like
themselves.
Kajamas coming through with Crewcast
like
now.
Zero's gone right up
Zero's,
there.
Yeah,
as well.
Zero's a beast.
Zero's
they-
tunes
they-
are sick.
To be fair, everyone on Crewcast, you got to be a beast to be on there.
It's a good lineup of lads. That
We've always had a chat as well, haven't we? Like whether I should do a Crewcast show, for under 18s.
have you had a quote before?
Nah. I've had a rough idea in my head
Go
what
ahead.
it would cost me. Well, no, I'm not going to say it.
Go ahead.
No, because I don't want
How
people.
much you reckon, VJ?
I don't want people to know what I'm paying for my lineups.
How much do you reckon they cost, VJ,
Billions and billions and billions.
Millions of dollars.
for Crewcast?
Few bag.
Just a few bag.
Yeah.
$2,000,
No more.
$4,000.
What for the whole of Crewcast? And to use
There's
the
five,
Crewcast name?
six. I
Nah,
reckon.
there's
How many is there?
no, there isn't a set amount, is there, for Crewcast? Like there's
No,
Laz
'cause
Crew
they
ones.
they add people in depending on how big the festival stage.
Oh, is that what it was? So they bring
Well,
the
they do
extras in.
Yeah, because they have they'll bring like
never noticed
Flavor
that,
D in or
Oh, yeah.
Boo would get brought in for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like they're not like solid.
Yeah, and
members or
HeadX as well. He's been doing a few
Yeah,
bits
yeah.
with them as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, no,
Sorry.
I just think if I put too much, because Crewcast is heavy, like heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine Skepsis and Darkseid all the way through.
The
it'd
kids
be too
need.
much.
Yeah, the kids definitely need.
That's
a
why we
multi-genre
always
lineup.
do like grime, bassline, drum and bass, and we have to. Otherwise, like these, you've got to remember these kids, they're not on anything and they're not drinking. So you've got to think like,
Cool. Chill them out for a bit.
that's it. Like if
They like to stand still and sing along
that's
as
it.
well as
and
dance.
film it.
They're not
going to
gonna
film it. They're not there to like.
When I said my headline shows, all they wanted to do was dance.
You know when at Shutdown, when the live acts are on, especially at Wolverhampton, the whole front row were just like this.
They weren't even
They weren't going like they were. They were just passing the foot, just going like that.
Welcome to 2022.
And then one of the artists would get it and just go like that. They go yes, and they just run off. But they were like that.
life complete.
And then
It is mad though. Like so, social media is a mad thing nowadays, isn't it? And
even in like your 25 and overs, really cool
Yeah.
house stuff in South America and stuff. All you see is mobile phones.
yeah, but the thing is, you need it now. Like you
I'm
do
not
need
like-
it. Like
there's
you,
a lot of
you can't live
DJs
with it, and you can't live without it. It's a scary thing. Have you ever watched that that thing on Netflix? Was it called the Social Net? What was it?
Facebook one.
No, that's the Social Network. What was the one with the issues about social media?
Well, I know what you mean. I didn't watch it.
It was that will blow your mind. It's so clever.
Have you watched that?
I know what he's on about.
I think I'm sure.
What's it called?
Social experiment or something like that.
Social
Yeah, I
experiment,
think that's it. Yeah. And it was mad. Like they know how often you're on your phone and how long you look at something, but that's the power of like an algorithm.
The data that they have from socials is ridiculous.
They know more about you than you know about you. Telling you now.
Yeah, without a
telling you
doubt.
now.
Yeah.
I cruise on the internet incognito, lad. I'm okay. Okay.
Dare we
VPNs.
ask why?
People will think that they don't know more about you than you know about you. That isn't true. They know your spending habits.
They know
and you might
everything.
not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
know what you want to buy.
No.
But they know
do.
what you want to buy and you might not even know.
The thing is, like, I do marketing as well, so I understand it. Like, and mate, it's mad. I can literally target people that are between a certain age and they've, for example, they've got brown hair and mate, you can.
No.
Danny, am I wrong? How much can you target people now?
Not brown hair.
Bro, you can. You can
Right,
go.
listen,
you can.
I'm not believing this for a second.
Listen to this.
Honestly, I'll prove it.
No one knows I've got black hair besides people who have
Bro,
meth.
you've got to remember
All those
what's
quizzes
this?
you've done back in the day.
What's this?
And your
Exactly.
your camera that
Facial-
knows
of
exactly
course
what
it
you look
does.
like.
Of course it does, bro. Honestly,
That's not allowed.
Yeah, it is. As long as
have you ever read
as
the
long as
terms
they
and
don't sell the
conditions?
data.
You know when you go on Apple and there's an update and you got to accept the. Have you ever read them? Have you
Well,
never seen
I'm
that video?
dyslexic, of course not.
Have you ever seen that video of the guy that's read them and goes through them? They're allowed to turn their camera on and mic on. VJ, have you read it? Nah, they're allowed to turn it on and their camera on at any time. They're allowed to listen into your mic at any time.
on iPhone.
Danny, you must have heard
Yeah, they
this.
do listen to your mic, definitely,
They're
yeah.
allowed to
Yeah,
do
but
anything.
you're saying
Any
it like there's a
smartphone.
person on the other side listening. It's not. It's just bot that listens to keywords.
Yeah,
It's
of course
robots,
it
yeah.
is. Of course
But-
it is. It's for like
You're
terrorism.
making it sound like there's some guy going, oh shit.
Yeah, but what's gonna? Yeah, some guy watching what you're up to at 7
I want to
PM
lift you all over. I'm just being creepy and that. My mic sounds weird.
Is that all the questions?
No,
Well,
there's
have you
25.
got any on
Yeah,
those?
Danny, you do some.
I've got one, but I don't. I've got. Mine are quite similar to yours, but I don't really want to share this one.
That's the best one then. Say that
Yeah,
one.
you've got to say it. Go on.
No, because it's going to turn into a long conversation.
Show it, man.
Go on. What is it?
No, we got to talk about that.
Right, go on, Dan. Let's see it.
It says, "Why do you bum Molly May so much?"
So I'm assuming you stuck up for her when all that stuff happened.
I didn't even go that public with how I feel about how people should just get a life. Whatever, like I feel like people are just so obsessed with everything she does.
Yeah, of course they are.
And I don't mean that in like a positive way. I mean like people are not obsessed in a way that's like, oh my God, I love her, I want to buy that. That's good. It's the people that are obsessed
With being
with
horrible.
hating on her.
Yeah.
Jealousy can
I don't
also-
get it. It's insane. Like,
It's so easy for you to just give someone shit online, so that's why
Like,
people are comfortable talking
do you know what?
shit.
Granted, she's never had to copper up to put a quid in the electric meter. That's not her fault.
No, it's not.
Like she won't born and then go, actually, let me go back in and be born in a council estate because then I can say that there's only 24 hours in a day. Like, you don't get that choice. She's been given the hand that she's been dealt the hand that she's got, and she's done very well out of it. Whether her success is due to Love Island or not, so what?
The thing is, we all knew what she meant. So
of
it
course.
just sounded bad.
You know,
but
she said that in loads of interviews before. No one said a thing. And there's also another video where she says it, and then they show at least 5 or 6 other successful male entrepreneurs that have said the
same
exact same words,
But
and
not
they've never
right.
got any shit for it. Like, yes, she might. So people are only human. What, she's going to get every sentence perfect?
I know, yeah.
People just need to just chill
Yeah.
out.
I do
People
get you.
Like, people are obsessed with trying to put somebody down
To make themselves
that
feel better.
that doesn't even know that they exist.
Yeah.
She doesn't know that these people even exist, and they're still obsessively trying to put people down. Like, what a sad way to live your life.
Because you used to get quite a lot, didn't you? I remember,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah.
always dealt with it really well. Because I always found that you always tried to make a bit of a joke out of it, didn't you?
Yeah.
But obviously,
do you know what? Like,
Best way to be.
Nonce is the most overused word for just to insult people. It's really weird.
It's a good
Like,
word
it's
though
so
to draw.
strange.
So
I
some
found
people
out, I found out what it actually means the other day.
Did you not know what it means?
I knew what it meant, but I didn't know what it
yeah,
stood
it just
for.
means like a pedo, doesn't it?
Yeah, but do you know why it's the word nonce?
No.
So there was a documentary the other day on Wakefield, like Category A prison.
You're from near there, aren't you?
Yeah, not too far from there.
White Rose.
White Rose. Yeah, so there was a documentary on like Wakefield prison and the prisoners like Charlie Bronson and stuff that are in there. Nonce means not on normal courtyard exercise.
What? So
Because-
how's it been flipped?
No, NONCE. So if you're not on normal courtyard exercise, that is because they have to let you out separate because you have done a crime that's related to
Right.
children or the murder of children.
No
so if
way.
you went out there, you'd just get murdered on the spot by the rest of the
That
criminals.
is mad.
So yeah, that's what.
Never
actually-
Where did you
that.
get the information from?
It was on that documentary.
Right.
It was on the Wakefield documentary.
know that?
So if you
This is the
weren't-
type of information people.
You said you knew what it was, so did you know that?
Yeah, just a cheeky nonce, a little weird guy. You know what I mean? No,
Yeah, but you didn't know what the
origins of it.
So that
Yeah.
would be they'd have a chalkboard outside of their cell, and it would have NONCE
No.
written on it. So they'd be like, "He's a nonce, he's a nonce, and he's a nonce," because
Right.
they know straight away that they had to be kept separate from everybody else.
That for me is a mind blow. That's so, I bet not a lot of people know that. You know?
I don't think many people. I had no idea. I didn't know where the name had even come from. It's just weird, isn't it?
That is mad. That is crazy.
It is.
Look,
It's,
food for
it's
thought,
good.
that,
It's
buddy.
good information to share.
Yeah.
You know, people. Are
You
like,
know,
oh.
that's going to be like.
That's a pub quiz question.
No, that's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
No,
£1 million
£1
pound
yeah.
question.
I can't even remember what you just said it meant.
Danny, it has been lovely to have you today, lad.
I'm happy.
Thank you
happy?
very, very much for coming and being our first guest.
Yes.
Round of
On episode
applause
one.
for Danny. Thank you very, very much. Have you enjoyed it?
It's been lovely. My drive here was delightful as well, going over the tops.
Well, he's told me.
The
he
weather,
said, oh,
the sun came out. It was,
he pulled up and I met him outside and he says, oh, it's really nice place. I thought you're taking piss.
Oh, are you not? Are you not? Are you being serious?
It's about the drive over,
Yeah,
not
the drive.
Darwin.
Yeah, the drive over because it's Sheffield. You're from, sorry, Wakefield. So somewhere with a white rose. So where's it from? Sorry, I'm really sorry. Where is it? Where are you
Leeds.
from? Leeds, yeah. Honestly. So,
No,
but
I
you have
don't
to go to
anything-
Sheffield
I don't
that
have
way.
anything against Sheffield or Wakefield.
Oh, right, do you
Probably
know?
like Burnley Blackburn, isn't
I'm
it?
just not from there.
It's all Yorkshire.
What the hell?
Yeah, they're all in Yorkshire.
You're right.
But Yorkshire was that big, they've had to split it into 4, so we're actually Leeds is West Yorkshire.
Sure.
Right, okay. Sorry.
Sheffield, South Yorkshire.
Right.
York's North Yorkshire.
So before we go, I want to ask you one thing, so that then we can take this on to the next podcast. So if you could ask the next guest, bearing in mind you don't know who it is, you want to ask them a question, what would it be? And we're going to do this at the end of every single podcast.
You put me on the spot.
I have
here.
put you on the spot, but it's all right. We got loads of time, us.
So, right. Here we go.
Here we go. Strap in.
What is the most unusual thing that's happened to you at a show? Not a Shutdown show, any show.
Okay. That's
What's
a
the
good
most
question.
unusual thing that's happened backstage?
All right,
or-
then. So now I'm going to ask you the same question.
Okay.
This is exactly why we're doing it, because I wanted to ask yourself the same question.
So,
This is the juicy
he's
bit.
definitely going to be, it's not juicy, he's definitely going to be watching this show. He's definitely going to watch this. So,
Salt and poo in a shower. Oh,
no,
God.
no. No, like unusual.
Yeah,
like-
Finchy pooed in the shower.
Why?
That's what he used to get like in these bounce bookings. But yeah, go on,
Do
go
you
on, Dan.
remember? Do you remember Cover's old videos as well? His Snapchat videos.
Oh yeah. Well, which ones though?
Rest in peace, Jordan Cover. He's married now, isn't he?
Oh yeah, it's gone. Oh shit, what have I missed now?
No.
Shit.
I was panicking then. So go on. Juicy.
So it's not juicy. It's unusual. I said unusual,
Okay,
didn't I?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's unusual. So there was a guy who I would probably say was like my number one fan, called Scott, and
Big up, Scott.
the first. Do you know what? The guy's got a lovely heart. The guy's got a great heart, and he loves me. And
But a but's coming here.
And I massively appreciate how much love he shows and
Come
how
on.
many shows that he
Come
comes
on.
to.
What's he done?
But guaranteed every show without fail, he gets chinned by a dog. Without any shadow, without the first ever show, I don't know if he did get kicked out. The first ever show, he's from like the Midlands. And the first show he ever came to was Newcastle. And as I walked up to go on the decks, he was like crying his eyes out as if like Justin Bieber had just walked on stage, which I really was like, oh my God, this guy loves me. Like, wow, this is amazing. Like, as if I've actually, it was a fair few years ago. It was like the start of me going from like resident into
DJ
actually
to
like
Daddy.
selling tickets and actually like people coming to the shows just for me. And then it got to the point a few shows down the line where, one show that I was playing at, I'm literally DJing. The next minute, a bottle of apple Ciroc, him and his brother would always arrive at the club as it opened by a table, a booth, and a bottle of vodka, like the best customers you could ever imagine, until he'd drank half that bottle of vodka.
And then it'd switch.
I was DJing, and genuinely this apple Ciroc has flown straight past my head and shattered the screen behind me. And he's there like... I'm like... It was like... I just meant to throw it for you to drink some. Next minute, the bouncers have come over, right? They came to a show in Dartford. His brother, by the way, who would come to all of the shows with him, was always designated driver. And his brother would always be perfectly sensible. He'd drink as much, but he just didn't go wild like this guy. Like, ask anyone that's been to my gigs with me quite a bit. Everyone knows who Scott is. Like, he'd be at that many gigs, like that many shows. Like, he's been to 2 shows in one night before. And got kicked out of both venues.
What the?
Like, if it wasn't for how
He's got a problem though, and
if it wasn't for how
he must
wild
do.
he got,
Must
like,
do.
if it wasn't for how wild he went, he'd literally be like the best fan in the world.
Biggest
So
groupie.
I remember I'm playing in Dartford, and I've looked over on the dance floor. He's absolutely fucked at this point. Looked over in the dance floor, and he's got his finger stuck in a can of Red Stripe. So I think it must have been his left hand anyway. He's got his finger stuck in this kind of Red Stripe, and he's just like dangling this Red Stripe, like he's trying to pull it off. He's obviously cut his finger, so he's got blood like like coming down one hand, blood all over the hand that obviously the finger's really chopped like into. Dorman's gone over and gone, "Are you okay? Shall we help you?" He's just banged, smashed the bouncer in the face. It's always me. We're just trying to help you. Next minute, 4 more doormen have come in, ragged him out. Danny, tell him to let me in.
Oh no!
But every single show without fail hits
That's ruthless.
to the point where, like, I was a bit worried that managers and promoters that booked me would be like, I bring a problematic crowd. It would get in like a problem post-COVID is like, he's still like, sends me some like messages when he's out and stuff, but I think he's just
Love
like,
you, Danny.
I think he's settled down now. I think he's just like chilled out a bit more and realised like,
Has it got a bird now?
You
Bird said
can't-
you've got a problem with Danny now. You need to chill out.
I don't know about a bird, but I just think on like travelling the country to go to sets and getting arrested, like Like,
Yeah, it's a bit crazy.
Not worth it now,
I've
is
had
it?
like messages on Snapchat off his sister. Like, have you seen Scott? I know he was last with you last night, and I was like, this is at Tank in Sheffield. He was with you, wasn't he, last night? I'm like, well, yeah, he came to the gig, like, but he wasn't like with us. We've gone straight back to Leeds. Oh, right. No one's seen or heard from him since.
Locked up, wasn't he?
And then got a message a bit after. I think they found him. I think he was like he'd woken up in like a doorway somewhere. Like that kind of fucked. Like that kind of constantly.
Ruthless.
Like start of the night though, like the nicest placid. Like he'd rock up, Danny T hat, Danny T t-shirt.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Fully merched out to the max. Like literally like the perfect fan until the
beer goes.
all the beer kicks in, and then it just got out of hand. It was entertaining, but then at the same time you don't want somebody that's there because they love you chinning dormant. It's just not right.
Bad luck for you, innit?
Yeah.
Okay, that was episode 1 with DJ Danny T. Danny T, can you please tell your camera where we can find you on socials?
At it's Danny T DJ. At
It's Danny T.
DJ. Get my teeth in. At it's Danny T DJ on everything except Snapchat. Snapchat is Danny T Sound.
Have you not tried to change your name?
I didn't know you could.
Yeah, you can now. It's a new feature.
Oh, that's
But that's
strange.
that's a story for off camera. Otherwise, I'm keeping.
And yeah, you can find me at Flex TV.
You can find myself. Well, not technically myself, but Shutdown at Shutdown.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that beautiful stuff for episode 2.
And we'll see you next time. Thanks again, Danny. Big ups VJ on the cam.
VJ.
And big ups Flexed. See you next time.
Say the bet.